Here we are looking at the relative representation of the number of leukocytes in circulation in a normal healthy person without an infection or an allergic reaction or some sort of parasitic invasion. As you recall, the blood is 55% plasma, 45% formed elements. 99% of those formed elements are red blood cells. And if I wanted to represent that with M&Ms, I would have quite the chore and be buying a lot of M&Ms. Here we are looking at the relative representation of leukocytes in the blood. In a normal person without an infection, you would normally see neutrophils representing about 65 to 70% of white blood cells in the bloodstream, more if there happens to be an infection, especially early on. Here we are looking at maybe about 25% of the blood cells being lymphocytes, and these could be B or T lymphocytes, usually on their way from the bone marrow to lymph nodes or to the thymus. This cell here is the monocyte, which patrols through the bloodstream, can leave the bloodstream and become a macrophage, and these are very prevalent in the second stage of an infection. And those only represent about 5 to 7% of normal circulating leukocytes. This cell here, the eosinophil, in the absence of an allergic reaction or a parasitic infection, only make up about 2 to 4% of the total white blood cells. And then this last cell, the basophil, really only makes up about 1% or less than 1% of circulating leukocytes. So we have a nice little phrase that we have students memorize: never let mama eat beans, taking the first letter from neutrophil, lymphocyte, monocyte, eosinophil, and basophil to help them remember the frequency of leukocytes in circulation.